It is that time of year. It is hiking time, and we are going to be hiking soon, so it's time to make trail mix. The deal with trail mix, though, is a lot of times there are, for us, things that we are sensitive to, allergic to, that our digestive systems do not like, so we make our own. Welcome, I'm Sherry Traxler with Vireo Life, author of Go Forward, 28 Days to Eat, Move, and Enjoy Life God's Way. So we're going to eat and enjoy life, and actually move, because hiking is moving, all at the same time. And I want to show you what I put in my trail mix and give you some ideas of what to do in your homemade trail mix, some of the health benefits of some of these things, and frankly, it just tastes good, and keeps me fueled, keeps you fueled on the trail. So I'm going to go with the fruits first. This is tart cherries, and specifically tart cherries because they are known to be anti-inflammatory. They are known to help with muscle recovery, which when you're hiking, you need that. They are known to help with arthritis issues and maybe even help a little bit with sleep. The next one, cranberries, get where you can see that. Cranberries, great for preventing UTIs, and they taste really good too. This one, you hopefully will have access to this. If not, you can certainly buy it, but these are dehydrated figs that came from our fig tree in front of our house that has been dehydrated. And if you hear a buzz going in the background, that's the dehydrator doing some herbs right now. And then raisins. No particular health benefits that I'm going to share with you on raisins, though certainly high in polyphenols and things like that, which polyphenols, actually the cherries that I mentioned to you, the tart cherries, those are higher in polyphenols than blueberries even. So raisins, yeah, because they're from grapes, it's going to be high in polyphenols, but they do taste good. One other word with this is the tart cherries are pretty sticky. So I typically like to have dehydrated apple in this as well to absorb some of that stickiness from the cherries, just so it's not quite so much on your fingers. But I don't have any of the apples with me, so I'll be adding that later. The apples, because of the pectin, all the fiber, keeps you full with that. Speaking of keeping you full on the trail, let's go through the nuts. These are all of them high in minerals, high in zinc, high in magnesium, healthy fats, high in fiber. They're good all the way around. So these are sprouted pumpkin seeds. I will show you what all these look like in a minute when they go in. Pecan halves. Pistachios. These are already shelled because I don't want the mess of shelling them while we're on the trail. You know, you don't want to leave things on the trail and don't want to have that mess. I'll save this for in a minute. And then macadamia nuts, whole or pieces. The cacao nibs, that's how I pronounce it. These I'm not going to put in the whole mix because Doug is sensitive to cocoa beans, cacao nibs, chocolate. So that's something I'm just going to put into my own little baggies after I make up the whole batch. So let's put this together. When you're hiking, you need quick energy because you are using up energy immediately. So that's where the fruit comes in. But you also need sustained energy. That's where the nuts come in. That might make you think, oh, well, we'll do half and half. My preference is a little heavier on the nuts, a little lighter on the dried fruit. You do you, whatever works for you. So I'm going to start with a cup of raisins and go to a cup of pistachios. You can tell how precise this is and how not messy it is. It's actually kind of fun. It's, controlled mess. Cup of tart cherries. A little over a cup of pecans. Cranberries. I think we're only going to get 1 more cup of pistachios, or maybe even a half a cup. Not even a half a cup of pistachios. Pistachios, done. Pumpkin. And these are sprouted pumpkins. They taste the same to me. Let's go ahead and do some macadamia nuts. And now to my figs. Take that little gel pack out of there. And back to pecans. Well, that almost got 2 cups there. Let's do raisins again. These are going to be sticky like those cherries. Not quite a full cup. And because it does help with muscle recovery, I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of the cherries in. And then we will stir this up and see what it looks like. And then you just kind of eyeball. Do you feel as though you need more of one thing or another? I will be adding some of the dehydrated apples before we go. And it looks like it needs that. It looks like it needs some dehydrated apples. And I also think it needs the rest of these macadamia nuts. Yes, there we go. That's looking good. That way, as I put these in the bags, it is easy to carry for us, and it does not have things that are going to mess with our digestive systems. And I also know it doesn't have, let me move this up to talk to you. I felt like we were having a conversation with just my hands. So when you make these baggies, you know what's going into this. You know that you're not having preservatives or something that is not made the way you want it made. Obviously, you know, each individual thing you have to look at and see what the ingredients are. But some of those trail mixes that you buy pre-made where it's all mixed together can have things you don't necessarily want. There are great ones out there, and if you aren't sensitive to things, it's certainly convenient to do that. But for us, it's fun to put in some of the specialty items like the tart cherries, some of the specialty items like the cranberries that you don't find in all the normal trail mixes that are going to help with muscle recovery and help with preventing this, preventing that, different types of nuts that we like to have for us because of sensitivities and also because it's just fun to do something different. Hope that this helps, gives you some ideas of what you can do for your trail mix on your hikes or travels. And let me give you one more quick tip. I was mentioning the ratio for hiking. If you're doing this as a snack, that's you're not being physically active, you're having a snack like this at your desk, something like that, cut way down on the fruit and amp up the nuts because you want the slower digesting. You don't want the sugar spikes when you're not out there using up the sugar hiking. Again, hope this helps. Let me know what thoughts you have on it, what you're going to put into your trail mix. Thanks so much for being here. Remember to subscribe and click that notification bell. Until next time, find your path and fulfill your potential.